Hi everybody, this is Beth McCullough, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Iowa. And I come and do Facebook Lives every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Central. And I'm joined by my sweet husband, Steve.
Hi, everybody.
Glad you're here again tonight, honey.
I'm glad to be here.
Is it the highlight of your week?
Yeah.
Wait, it's not the highlight of your week?
I wouldn't say it's the highlight of my week, but I enjoy doing it.
I look forward to it. So who is on tonight, Steve?
Well, Shirley is on with us right now.
Shirley won the prize last week, and you actually got it. It's like a bonus, right, Shirley?
Yeah, even better than winning a prize is actually receiving
the prize. Yes, that is a good thing. Shirley won the glue box from a couple weeks ago. Actually, last week Bridget won, and she got her card also. So, did you have a happy Easter, Shirley? And everybody who's getting on, please say hi. And if you're watching on YouTube later, please put replay in the comments. And if you leave a comment, I do go back and answer those. I love to read your comments.
It does.
Mary Harris, good evening. It is pretty paper, isn't it? Mary, speaking of this paper, you're doing the stamp camp with me at the end of the month. And today is the last day you can tell me that you want the Symbols of Fortune suite. And I'm cutting the card kits tomorrow. So Mary, I'm hoping to mail yours Friday, for sure by Saturday. And you'll get it in plenty of time for next weekend. But I'm really looking forward to that. Who else is on tonight, Steve?
Jan is on and Diana is on.
Hello. I'm glad you're here. You know, on Easter, we're in Iowa. And it started snowing. Well, first, Steve, we went to church. We go to a big church, so there's lots of services. So we went with our family and met our family friends at church on Saturday, actually. And then Steve's like, I have this great idea. I'm going to get up super early Sunday morning, and I'm going to go drive the golf cart for 8 people around in the parking lot to pick people up and take them up to church. And I was
because our church has a massive parking lot, and the people that get there late end up probably a quarter mile away.
Yeah.
And so I was driving this little shuttle around picking people up, and then we're very happy I was doing it.
Yeah.
The issue was it was so cold, and the golf cart did not have a windshield on it. And it was pretty fast, so I was creating wind chill, and I just froze.
He froze to death. He had on long johns. He had on his
my ski parka and ski gloves and everything. But I didn't have my balaclava on because I thought that might be scary to the people at church.
He said there were millennials there without a coat on.
Yes.
So,
you know, I knew there would probably be some ladies in dresses because it is, Easter. They froze their legs on that golf cart, I have to tell you. But the worst was the gentleman in short sleeve shirts that just didn't wear a coat.
Yeah. So he came home frozen, and I slept in my warm bed, and I didn't actually even feel guilty. I was very happy in my warm bed while he was freezing.
You know, I felt good about helping people, and I can tell you there are some of those people that would have gotten really, really cold if they had to walk all the way from where their cars were parked to the front doors.
Well, good job, honey. Have you been saying hi to everyone?
I haven't.
There's Bridget. Bridget, did you get your card that you won last week? I did send it. So hopefully you got it. Well, here is what we're making tonight. This is all products made with the Symbols of Fortune suite from the mini catalog. And it opens like this. Is Bev on? I had to put a mini glue dot in here because I didn't put a magnet. So for Bev Stokes, I'm going to add a magnet tonight. And it opens up. I know I've told you guys, I have all these weddings this summer. So I made this one into a wedding card because I thought it was pretty enough with the flowers. One of the things I really like that Stampin' Up! Has been doing is you can use the die and die cut the designer series paper. So I just put the die on here and cut out this flower. So it was super easy. In the new annual catalog coming up, the Hues of Happiness has that, where the die cuts out the DSP on the flower on the DSP, otherwise known as the flower on the DSP. So anyway, that is super fun. So let's get started with this. It's a pretty easy card, but I hope you'll like it. First, the card base is just 1/4 of a sheet of paper. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I used Evening Evergreen for that. And Steve, there's slides for these.
I'm on
Are
it.
you on top of it, honey?
I am on top of it. I have one job over here. Well, I guess I've got two. I'm supposed to be talking to people too.
You're supposed to be talking to people.
Yeah, I forget. I get so intense on my production stuff. I forget to type comments.
You know something? Let's trade. You make the card because I want to talk to people.
I know, but
our friends are here, and I can't.
Here's the problem. You're better at talking to people and you're better at making the cards. So we've got to choose the least of all evils for me to do. And so there you go.
You're better at production. Okay, so on my note here, I'm like, don't adhere this piece of paper. So I'm going to safely put the Evening Evergreen out of the way. So the next layer is Soft Succulent, and there's a slide for that. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4. That's where I have my note. Do not attach it. Then I used some more Designer Series paper out of this suite, and I cut 2 strips. And this is slide number 3. And the strips are 3/4 of an inch by 4 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my silicone mat. Is kind of gummy right now. I should fix that. But I'm going to adhere the strips on here. And every time we did a video for the stamp camp that's coming up, and Steve cringes when I put glue on the beautiful gold and silver on this crane paper. He's sure I should only be using the other side. Do you remember that?
Well, it
I
looks
saw
expensive
on the video. He's like, "Bye, cranes." And it's like, honey, it's okay.
The beautiful gold, metallic. It looks like it's expensive, and we're just covering it up.
Yeah, I don't know why on most of my cards I use the other side. I love the gold side, but I think I'm more of a flower person than a crane person. And so that's why I use this side. Okay, so you put the 2 strips on there. Now on the original card, I cut this basic white cardstock out of the Stitch So Sweetly. And I've been on top of things. I rearranged my craft room and I put all the retiring stuff away. So, and I did it before the wedding shower. So a little of it might be stashed. So where I stashed these, I don't know. Should I not admit to that?
You did a very good job of putting them away, obviously.
Yes. So I changed my directions for tonight. This is a piece of basic white and it measures 3 inches by 3 3/4. And then I stamped it with Calypso Coral from this wishing a lifetime of happiness and a world full of love. So that is what I put in there. Tell me if I'm not staying on camera.
You're doing
the camera,
good.
I tried to get the light out of the way.
I will tell you if you are not in frame.
Okay. So now all I'm going to do is adhere this basic white. So you put whatever you want on the sentiment. Please let me know if you have any questions or what you've been up to. We love hearing your fun stories too.
So Debbie right now is in Yuma, Arizona, where it's 103 degrees.
Oh my goodness, it's freezing here, Debbie. Can we trade? We had an early spring like 6 weeks ago, and since it's been winter here.
Yeah, snow on Easter was a little hard to cope with.
I was talking about how cold he was in the golf cart. Also, all day long we had this light, big flake, beautiful snow, like the perfect Christmas Eve snow. But not the perfect April 18th snow.
No. And then toward the end of the day, it was coming down in buckets and it started sticking on the grass. And that was like winter again. And not good for Easter.
Okay, so we're going to go on to the next slide, Steve. And we have these Calypso Coral flaps. This one is 3 by 3 1/4. And the other one is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then I put a 1/4 inch. So on this one, I did it on the 3 1/4 side. You just need a 1/4 inch flap on each side. And we're actually going to adhere those, the back side on the back of the Soft Succulent. And I'm going to line it up so there's a little bit of space of the Soft Succulent showing on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. And hopefully with that banner, it's clear. The bigger one is going on the left side of the card. The little flap is being centered on the back. And then it also covers up this white sentiment layer. I don't know what this card is called. I think this is another one that we just made up. I've made some other cards like this in the past. Now with the smaller square, we again put 1/4 inch, and I'm going to adhere that on the other side. And again, just center it so you have about the same amount of soft succulent showing. And then on this one, there's barely a little bit of white showing. Now that wasn't really the plan to have any white showing.
Sorry, I've been typing comments and I haven't been talking at all.
Okay, so now you're like talking behind my back, kind of.
No, I'm just saying hi to people. I'm not even really saying anything. And I mistyped, and there's comments with just a period in them and stuff. And
okay,
yeah, it's a typing challenge moment for me here. So I apologize to the people that are seeing this bizarre stuff in the comments, like a comma.
They're like,
or a period.
Is Steve having a stroke? Are you okay? Everything's good?
Everything's
honey?
good. The computer is lagging for some reason.
Okay.
Because we've got 3 cameras plugged into it.
Okay. So I have the flap on the other side. Now I told you on here, I just put a little glue dot because I wanted it to stay shut. But on this one, I'm actually putting a magnet. And I need to find the source for this. They're just from Amazon. And they're 1/4 inch wide. And how thick are they? The thinnest magnet you can get. Here, I put it on my metal ruler so I wouldn't lose it. Can you see that? You really can't see that, can you? I'll put it back on my ruler. So I put 1 magnet here, and I'm going to cover it up with the DSP.
And that's the DSP layer that's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4.
This one is the Calypso Coral flap that's 3.5 by 3.5. And then I took 1/4 inch and put it on the back. So this is what the back side looks like.
Okay. But you're going to put a DSP layer on top.
I'm going to put a DSP layer on the top. So the DSP layers, you're correct. This one is 3 by 3 1/4. And for the smaller size, we have 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. But I really want to think here because I added my magnet and I'm going to add the paper, but I'm also going to add the ribbon. So some of these things you just don't want to get out of order, right?
I try to not get out of order in my life.
Do you? So you've been busy working on our Alaska trip. It's 3 weeks from tomorrow that we leave.
It'll be here before we know it. So I actually created a 3-ring binder, and there's a section for each day. So as we prepare for the day, we can look at our itinerary and understand how many miles we're supposed to drive and what we're supposed to see along the way, and our reservations
where we're going to stay.
Yeah.
Where we're going to hike. So it was recommended to me that we actually let someone know where we're going to be every day. So if we have an accident or get lost, they know where to come find the bodies.
There are 3 days driving across the Yukon where we only have cell service when the town we start in and the town we end in. And in between, no man's land.
What are we going to do if things go wrong in between times?
We're going to throw ourselves on the mercy of our fellow travelers. The good news is...
Let me interrupt you just for a second. I taped the ribbon down on each side. It was about a 5-inch piece of the soft succulent. This is beautiful satin ribbon, and it carried over into the new catalog. And 5 inches to cover the strip to tape it on, and another about 5 inches. I just tied a knot. On this one, I tried to tie a pretty bow, but it's hard for me to tie a bow under the camera. So this one is just going to be a knot, and then I'm going to trim the pieces, and I'm going to adhere that over the magnet. And the magnet is just put on with a glue dot. So let me know if you have any questions about any of that. I think I'm going to glue this piece on and then I'll trim my ribbon so I know it looks the way I want it to.
I don't know if you have to trim the ribbon at all.
Do you think it should be that long? Well, I'm glad I just checked. I moved it over, but I moved it over too much. So I'm going to untape it and scooch it back over a little bit.
MacGyvering now.
I am. Every now and then it's necessary. So I'm going to take it off the other side too. That's a good thing about using tape, honestly, is that I can move it over to where I want it to be.
So Linda Lace joined us.
Linda Lace, you have your internet back. We missed you. We do the Joy Team call at 5:30, and we made a great card tonight. It was so much fun. In fact, I like it so much. I think you're going to see it next Tuesday night. That's where I get a lot of my ideas for what we should make, is what my team members come up with that we make on Tuesday nights.
Paula Newman is watching from Wyoming.
Oh, Paula, I'm glad you're here.
I have great memories of the night rodeo in Codio, Wyoming.
Yeah, me too. I bet our family from Iowa looked funny in our brand new cowboy boots and cowboy hats trying to...
We look like people from Iowa who just bought cowboy hats.
I'm sure we did. Okay, so this is coming together. So put your magnet on, put your ribbon on, however you want, tie a bow, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere this side on. Does anybody have any questions?
No, not yet. Wendy says she has the magnets, but she hasn't tried using them yet.
Is that Wendy Morell?
Yes. And, you know, the key is getting the magnets placed properly, but you have a technique for that.
I do. I'll show you what my technique is. Okay, so I kind of like the knot.
I do too. I like it better than your tiny little bow.
Okay. So now I am going to place the other one. So I have the magnet between the cardstock and the DSP. Here's my other magnet. And I want it to be on this flap to hold it down. I like the sound of the magnet, honestly. And I like it when my flaps stay shut. So we're going to put this magnet between the cardstock and the DSP again. I just don't want it to show. So I have the magnet in my hand and I have everything placed and I'm just going to drop it. And it sticks exactly where the other magnet is. I know you know that, but it's fun for me. And I can amaze Steve, right?
Yeah. I'm easily amazed when it comes to anything carding.
So I'm going to move that out of the way and put a glue dot on the back of it. And kind of let it drop in place again.
So could you put the glue dot on it before you drop it? And would it actually go right there with the glue dot on it?
Yeah, I think so. I just didn't think of it.
I just was wondering if maybe it bounces or...
I really like this with the flap shutting all the way. So if you have any other advice for me, what I should be doing with this card, please let me know. I can MacGyver sometimes and switch gears as we're going along. Here's more pretty gold paper being covered up again. Steve, don't look. At least there's not cranes on this one.
Mary agrees that she likes the knot better than the bow.
Oh, thank you, Mary.
And we have Linda Lovinetti with us tonight.
Oh, well, thanks for joining us. Okay, now that I have all the things on this soft succulent layer, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the card base. But you don't want to put the, you want to make sure the ribbon, the magnets, the flaps all get put on before you adhere it to something you shouldn't. I asked Steve if I should change these Calypso Coral flaps to be Evening Evergreen, but he wanted me to keep it the same.
See, it's not that I don't like the evergreen. I mean, it's a beautiful color, but the orange color is just pretty.
Okay.
So I think more orange is better.
We are down to the finishing stages here. So this die cut I showed you earlier, I die cut the flower out of the designer series paper and just put some Stampin' dimensionals on here. Oh, we are doing Prize Patrol tonight. Please put hashtag Prize Patrol in the comments. And if we can't see your comments, if this is your first time on StreamYard, please give StreamYard permission to show us your name and picture. It's just so we know who's commenting. And they don't do anything with it. We don't do anything with it. So I'm just going to adhere that to that flap. And then in this same suite, those of you, well, a couple of the Lindas that are on and Mary all got the Stamp Camp. And so you have these products. This is not one of my Stamp Camp cards, but I can't wait to show you a week from Saturday, my card for that. I saved the best for last, didn't I, Steve?
Yep.
So I'm just going to put a couple. These come in 2 different colors. So put on whatever you think looks good. I like to just sprinkle them on, and I usually put odd numbers on. And again, these are the polished dots. You can find all these things on page 22 through 24 in the mini catalog that still goes till the end of June. Okay, so
Kathy Smith, when you went to put in Prize Patrol, it didn't actually get in there all the way. So you want to retype Prize Patrol.
No space between Prize and Patrol. So here's my card that unless I put a rogue glue dot on it, it doesn't stay flat. So isn't this nicer? And do you think you can hear it on the camera, Steve, or on the microphone? You guys ready for this?
I don't know if they could pick that up or not, but I heard it. And
I'll do it by the microphone. Are you ready? I love that. So anyway.
People are easily entertained. That's all I have to say.
Some people are easily entertained. Well, people are putting in the Prize Patrol. Can we go through the graphics that we have on there, honey?
Yeah, just a little bit of sales moment, if you don't mind.
But stick around for the Prize Patrol. First thing is, Stampin' Up! Just announced this today, free shipping on Thursday for all orders $75 or more. And if you order from me, please use my host code. Or if I order for you, just let me know what you want and I'll get it ordered on Thursday. But it is a great time to stock up on cardstock. Cardstock's going up a little bit May 3rd. So you would get cheaper cardstock and not pay shipping. So what do you think, Steve? Should the cardstock shelves be full?
That's why they're there.
It's a good deal, honey.
Yeah.
So Thursday is a great day to shop. What else do we have? Oh, the Crane of Symbols of Fortune Camp. I told you about that. I am cutting the card kits. You get 12 different cards. You get videos, 12 live and 12 recorded for 24 different cards. And it's demonstrators all over. We have people from the UK, Australia, Canada, cool accents, lovely ladies. They're dear friends of mine. And I hope you'll join us. And you can do that just by ordering the Sweet Collection.
I think it's worth it just to watch the videos and listen to their accents. Yeah. It is so cool.
They are awesome. So I need to know today if you want that, because I'm cutting it tomorrow, but you can wait and order it on Thursday with free shipping and you'd save almost $10. What else?
Annual catalog.
The product shares. Okay, you guys have been asking. Steve and I sat down and finally figured it out. The paper share is huge. It's all the paper. It's the extra paper.
It's more paper than anybody else's shares that we saw on the internet.
Yeah. I looked for other people's, the 6x6 designer series paper. You actually get 2 sheets of all 50 colors. Most people don't even include these, or they only include the in colors. So you're getting a lot of paper, and no matter what card you make, you will have paper to go with all 50 colors. So, and my sheets are also 6x12 wherever possible, not 6x6. So the total for the paper, the ribbon, and the embellishments is, and it's bigger in the annual catalog. They're about half this price for the mini, but $116 plus $9 shipping in a priority envelope, so $125. and you can mail me a check. You can pay with PayPal or Stripe. The deal is I've sold a ton of these in the past, and I can only sell 23 because we're leaving on our trip. So the first 23 get them, and then I'll turn it off.
And you're getting a ton of stuff.
Yes, it is. It is a good deal. Email me if you have any questions about that. What else do we have? Oh, the catalog. If you don't have a demonstrator and you're not a demonstrator, I can send you a free catalog. Just let me know you're interested.
Okay, I think.
How many are signed up for Prize Patrol tonight, honey?
We have 16 people signed up.
16. So you can only win once a month. So Bridget and Beverly from Cedar Rapids are the only two who have won so far this month. So everyone else is eligible. Thank you for sticking around. If you have ideas for what videos I should make, we are going to make some videos ahead of time because we're not sure if we'll have Wi-Fi when we're on our camper van trip. So let me know what you'd like to see.
Okay, so what are we drawing for?
We are drawing for a card. And we're doing just one tonight, so you can get the one with the magnet or the one without. I wonder which one you're going to want.
I saw some votes already. All right, here we go.
Good luck. And thanks again for coming tonight.
And our winner is Jan.
Jan Collar. Do we say Jan? Are we saying it right?
Or Jean.
Congratulations. I'm sorry if we botched your name, but you need to email me, Beth@stampingmom.com, and give me your snail mail address and let me know which card you'd like. But I will go back through and read the comments. Like I said, I'd love to see what else you would like us to make. And it's just fun having you here. So you are the highlight of my week. And you can give Steve a hard time if he's not the highlight of your week.
Hey, talking to these folks is definitely the highlight of my week.
Yes. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful week and be blessed. And please come back next week and tell your crafty friends about our Facebook Lives and YouTube Lives. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.